Welcome to Listen English to Learn. If you want to improve your English naturally, you're in the right place. On this channel, we focus on the stories and lessons that make English learning fun and effective. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this exciting journey. Today's topic is Stop Learning English, Start Listening. Let's dive in. Emma was like many English learners. She had been studying the language for months, maybe even years. Her bookshelf was full of grammar guides, vocabulary lists, and English textbooks. Every day, she would spend hours trying to memorize words, understand grammar rules, and complete exercises. But no matter how hard she worked, her progress was slow. When Emma tried to watch English movies or listen to conversations, she felt lost. The words seemed to fly by too quickly. She thought to herself, why can't I understand real English? I've studied so much. Frustrated, she almost gave up. One day, Emma's friend Liam, who spoke fluent English, gave her some advice. Emma, he said, stop trying to learn English like a subject in the school. Start listening to it like a child learning their first language. Listen to stories, conversations, and real-life English every day. You don't need to understand everything at first. Just listen and let your brain do the work. At first, Emma was skeptical. How can I improve without studying grammar or memorizing vocabulary? She asked, but she decided to give it a try. She began by listening to short, simple stories in English. At first, she understood only a few words, but she kept going. She listened while cooking, walking, or relaxing. Sometimes she listened to the same story multiple times. After a few weeks, Emma noticed something amazing. She could understand more and more without even trying. The words and phrases started to make sense. She recognized expressions she had heard before and began to anticipate what might come next in the story. Her brain was learning naturally, just as Liam had said. Encouraged by her progress, Emma started listening to English podcasts, interviews, and even songs. She realized that listening wasn't just about understanding words. It was about understanding the rhythm, tone, and emotion in the language. For the first time, English felt alive to her. One day, while shopping in a local store, Emma overheard two tourists speaking in English. To her surprise, she understood most of their conversation. Even better, she felt confident enough to offer them directions when they asked for help. It was a small interaction, but for Emma, it was a huge victory. Over time, Emma completely changed her approach to learning English. She made listening a daily habit. Instead of focusing on perfection, she focused on connection, connecting with the sounds, stories, and people behind the language. The more she listened, the more confident she became. She started speaking naturally without worrying too much about grammar or mistakes. Emma realized that the fluency wasn't about studying harder. It was about immersing herself in the language and trusting the process. Emma's story teaches us that listening is the foundation of learning any language. When you make listening a daily habit, your brain begins to absorb the patterns and sounds naturally, making it easier to understand and speak fluently over time. Thank you for joining us today on Listen English to Learn. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more inspiring lessons and stories. In the next video, we'll explore how to use real-life conversations to grow your vocabulary effortlessly. See you soon, and remember, the more you listen, the more you learn.